Good morning. Thanks for joining in. When we say we buy houses fast, how fast is fast, and what does that mean? Again, thanks for joining today. Figured I'd make this video here. I'm heading down to Lilburn, Georgia, to look at a house this morning. It's one in the Brookwood School District. We bought a house in July of 2017 in Brookwood School District. It's a great school district over in Gwinnett County. A little bit of a hike for me because I live in Cherokee County, but again, we buy houses all over the metro area. From Gwinnett County all the way out across to Bartow County to Paulding. We buy all over, kind of mostly North Metro Atlanta. But if you got something on the south side,
turn right onto Morris Road.
Please feel free to reach out to us because we've got a lot of other investor partners on the south side, and we can help you. We can get you in touch with them, or we can buy it. So
in a quarter mile, turn left onto Old Milton Parkway.
Excuse the GPS there. I apologize for that. Just getting directions to head out this way. So when we say we buy houses fast, what does that mean? Well, we buy them fast. We can close in as little as about probably 7 days. We close everything through a closing attorney in the state of Georgia.
Turn left onto Old Milton Parkway.
You use a closing attorney in Georgia to close real estate transactions. In other states, sometimes you have title companies that close the transactions. But Georgia is an attorney state. And we go through an attorney, and typically what happens is, well, in every case, the attorney, once due diligence is up, sometimes we do zero due diligence on a property. If we know it's something we 100% want, we maybe won't do due diligence on it, or maybe we need to move really fast on it. So we send it off to the attorney. The attorney has the title abstracted, is what it's called. So they will research the title on the property. They'll go back in time and look at all the different transfers of when it's been bought and sold, and they'll look at all the courthouse records to see if there have been any
15 miles. Continue on Old
any
Milton
liens
Parkway.
or other encumbrances. Encumbrance is like a legal term for basically liens, things that would prevent the sale of the property. So they look for encumbrances on the title to make sure that the title can be transferred. They'll also verify that you as the seller have the legal right to transfer that title to a new person, that you can convey title is what they call it. And in an instance where you may not be able to do that, we had this instance, we run into it sometimes with inherited houses and probate deals, is one that we're working on right now that we're closing next week. There was a paperwork mix-up, and the seller, she didn't have, or the court screwed up, and her admin papers were not valid. So she was not the valid administrator of the estate. And, again, I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you legal advice here, but from my understanding is the administrator has the right to say whether a property can be sold, and they have the authority to sell it. So in an estate situation, so she had to go back and get all her paperwork sorted out before she could even sign a contract and convey title. Well, we got all that cleared up a few weeks ago. She got all the right paperwork, everything's good, and now she can convey title on the property because she's the administrator of her father's estate. So in other instances, things that could hold up the title transfer process would be like encumbrances on the title. For example, we were supposed to close on a property today, but the other day some title issues came up, and there was an old like private loan, or it was like a second mortgage. It was a private loan that someone had secured against the property, and it had been paid off, but that lien that was recorded on the property was never released properly. So whenever you pay off a lien, or you pay off your mortgage or anything like that, you need to record a release at the courthouse to say, hey, this has been paid off, paid in full. I no longer need this lien on the property, and that gets recorded, and then it gets cleared up. So we've got to get that cleared up. We've got to have that person who wrote that private loan to sign off on a lien release so that the title can be transferred. The reason we can also close faster is because we're not getting a normal mortgage like most people get on a property, where you've got to jump through 100 hoops and provide proof of income and get an appraisal and get inspections and all this stuff. We don't have to do that. We pay cash for our properties, or we fund them through private loans from private individuals that we pay interest to lend to us so we can purchase and renovate properties. And I can call my private lender up and generally have some funds wired within a day or two. So we can move really fast. Or if we have the cash, sometimes we don't have the cash, and that's why we reach out to the private lenders, because we buy a lot of properties. We'll drain our cash, our bank account down, and we'll have to get a private loan on a property to buy it. And then we'll just pay that lender interest, and because without them, the whole deal doesn't happen. So we can do this all very, very quickly. Basically, at that point, when we're paying cash, the only thing holding up the deal is we're waiting on title to come back. And as soon as title comes back from the title research, and they give the go-ahead and say, hey, everything's cool, and then they issue a title insurance policy, we do a warranty deed on every property that we buy. And we always spend a few extra $100 and get title insurance. Title insurance is optional. You don't have to buy it, but we always do, and we recommend that, and our attorney typically recommends that you get title insurance. Again, it's optional. You don't have to, but it's only a few $100 extra, and it protects you in the future in case something happens and someone claims title to the property and they say, hey, I own this. Well, the title insurance company that issued title insurance will fight that and get it cleared up, and upon their research, they believe that no, that person doesn't own title. So that's how we do it really fast. We pay cash, we close quickly, we use great attorneys. We have a few different attorneys throughout the metro Atlanta area that we use depending on where the seller lives. We'll pick an attorney that's closest to where the seller lives, so that they're not driving all the way across town to go to a closing. We can also do remote closings too, where we send out a mobile notary. We'll hire a mobile notary, and they will come out to wherever you are. For example, a buddy of mine bought a property about a month ago, and his seller had scheduled a trip to Maui, Hawaii, and he wasn't going to be in town for the closing to sell the property. So he actually hired a mobile notary to go in Maui to go to this gentleman. That way the gentleman could sign the documentation, and everything could get transferred at that point. So that's kind of how we do it. And if you have a house that you want to sell fast and you need to sell it fast, call us today. Our number is 770-810-5715, or you can check out the link below and click on that link. It'll take you to our website. You can search through our website if you'd like to. There's a form there right on the first page, right at the top. You can enter your information in that form, and that will come across to us via email and text message. And we'll reach out to you as soon as we can, and we will schedule an appointment to come out and see your house. We'll walk through it, and then after the appointment, we'll make you an offer there at the property, and then we can go from there. So thanks for joining in. If you want to research some of our other videos, check out our YouTube channel. There's a link below, or you can go via YouTube and see all of our other videos on all the different topics that we do. We want to make sure that you as a seller are educated and know and understand all the different components of the house selling process and the things that can happen, and understand what we as investors do that buy houses. So thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate your time, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.